All right, Lane, let's make some calls. Let's show these people what it looks like, what the real deal, because a lot of people, they think this is like, ooh, as soon as you get that person, it's amazing. Like, guys, this is a business, right? It's not like you call and they're immediately just like right by the phone. Just, I'm glad you called, Lane. I was waiting for you. We're going to show you what it really
exactly. So the first one I'm going to call is somebody that I did already have a conversation with. He reached out to me yesterday, and he's got a big house outside of Atlanta, wants pretty much almost retail. And I told him I would run some numbers. I'd call him back. This is a perfect novation. So those that don't know what a novation is, you basically are doing a net listing agreement with the seller, right? And so what I do for a novation is I take the ARV, whatever the as is condition, what I can list it for, I take that ARV, I times it by 90%, and I minus out my novation fee. So 90% of ARV minus my novation, and that is my novation offer.
Lane keeps it really simple. I like to have a spreadsheet. He likes to keep it really simple. I dig it. I love it. But I'm just showing you guys basically what he's doing is he's just taking. Did you say ARV or did you say as is listing price? Which one do you do?
Yeah, as is. Whatever the condition is currently.
So same thing. That's what we do on the spreadsheet. Is basically we say, look, price as is, what can we list it for? 90%, just so it sells quick. And there you can have, it's up to you whether you want to say your commissions and your closing costs are included in the 90%. You can change this to 95%. It doesn't matter. But basically you're just saying, hey, what would it sell for on the market right now? And I have to discount a little bit and then include my fee. So that's how the novation works, everybody, if you didn't know what that is.
Okay, here we go.
Let's hear it. All right. Just so everybody
sounded like a robot.
When Lane calls and when I call, when any of us call, it's 3 calls. Why?
Back to back. To back.
Hello.
Hello, Aston. This is Lane from yesterday. How are you?
Okay.
Good. Hey, thanks for taking my call. Did I catch you at a good time?
Yeah. What was it again from yesterday?
You and I were talking about your home. You're wanting to get it sold. You guys are wanting to downsize. You got too much room, too many bedrooms.
All right. Can you call me back? Because I'm using my phone as a GPS right now. Can you call me back?
Okay.
Save the number. This is Lane, right?
This is Lane, yeah. When do you want me to call you?
Call me about half an hour.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you.
All right.
We're not getting anywhere with him, but...
I like it. Let's talk about that guy really quick. You crushed it. You said, "Hey, man, I catch you at a bad time," and basically he's like, "Call me an hour. I'm on the John." Wherever he's doing. But basically, that was good. Because imagine if you just would have went into that, he wouldn't have been.
He was using his phone as GPS.
Okay, there it is. That's
because I made that mistake I made that mistake the other day, Nathan Payne. You called me out. I had a conversation with the lady. She sounded like she was like rushed, and I didn't ask that question, and so the whole conversation just ended up being a little bit rushed. So I appreciate you pointing that out.
Nailed it, man. Now when you get to talk to him in an hour, it's going to be solid and smooth. Now, just to let you guys know, my radar, my spider sense is immediately, Lane, when you're saying, hey, he's got too many rooms, he wants to move out. Like, that's just like not motivated, right? Like, that's not saying you're not doing a good job, but just for us, like, so everyone can watch this. It's like, if someone wants to move, just from my experience, and it's because they want to downsize or get a bigger house, it's usually someone that's not going to accept a cash offer. That's why Lane's like, hey, we're going novation option on this one, because the motivation for a low cash offer for someone that wants to upgrade or downgrade, it's usually not enough. Would you agree, Lane?
Yeah, and I quickly explained that because I already did have a conversation with him yesterday, and I kind of hit him with where my cash offer would be, because he started at 470. I said, hey, I'm not even going to get to 400, so we're a ways off. And then he quickly came down to 450. And we had a great conversation. The house is big. It's got a lot of bedrooms. And that's why I was throwing it out there so that he remembered who I was. But now the phone call is, hey, I can get to your 450, but it's in this other program that we have. It takes a little bit more time, but I can get to your number. And then I go into the explanation of what a novation is, which, by the way, I never use the word novation because nobody knows what that is.
Nope.
I call it, I either call it our accelerated program, or I call it kind of just our white glove experience, and I explained to them, and we have to be upfront and tell them, I said, hey, I can get to that number. It's just going to take us a little bit more time. I'm going to stick my marketing department on it. We're super good at marketing. I'm going to stick my team of realtors and my investors, because I have tons of investors that are looking for houses, and we are going to put it on the open market, which means MLS, but I don't say MLS because MLS scares people. And I say, hey, we are going to put it on the open market, but we will handle everything. The 450 is just like a cash price. It's going to be net to you. If our investor brings a realtor through, we're going to take care of that investor, take care of all the closing costs, take care of everything, and you don't have to do anything, and you walk with your 450. How's that sound? This next gal, her name is Wendy. She called in this morning as well, and now I'm calling back to give her an offer.
Man, that ain't hot. That's not a hot flipper market, I'm assuming. Guess it depends on the area.
Your call has been forwarded to.
We're gonna get somebody here.
What's really cool though? When you called that guy the second time, he picked up. So
He picked up, right?
It's not like they don't have their phone glued to their forehead or their hand. They got it. You just got to demand their time and get them off of Instagram or whatever the heck they're doing on that phone.
This lady is a hairdresser, so she could be occupied.
You're calling her. She's messing up the back-to-back calls.
Okay, I'm not waiting around. I'm calling another lead right now.
Love it.
This one I have not talked to at all. It came in earlier today. Hi, is this Victor?
Yeah, how can I help you?
Victor, my name is Lane. I appreciate you taking my phone call. I was calling because you had submitted a property of yours on one of our websites that you may be looking to sell.
Oh, that's not true. Thank you for your time.
Okay. Well, I apologize for that. So that's an interesting situation. Is I just started dialing, right? Because I wanted somebody to answer. A lot of times I get what we call address only leads. Somebody went to my website, somebody entered an address, and then they stopped, and then they left. And they went and they didn't finish. They didn't put in their name, their phone number, and all that. So I will take that address and I will go and skip trace it, and I'll still call that person because there is a reason they went to my site. They're looking to sell. Something's going on. So this guy just denied that he never submitted his property, and he might not have. His neighbor could have done it, or somebody doing it as a joke.
There was a couple things that were really good, even in those 5 seconds, guys. There's a lot to take away. So one, it's subtle, but if you guys notice. When he said, what was the seller's name again? Victor, right?
Victor.
He goes, hey, Victor, pause. He paused, and you hold that. Guys, silence is one of the best tools you can use in negotiating or having a conversation in general. He waits for the guy to respond. And then the other thing is, this seller didn't really give any opportunity for it. But there will be times to where they're like, oh, no, I'm not interested in seller. Like, no, wrong address or wrong person. Oh, try to like jump in and cut them up. And again, this isn't for you, Lane, that like the seller just hung up the phone. But a lot of times, guys, when you're making these calls, you'll have a split second to where you can jump in and kind of cut the seller. Be like, oh, wait, so you don't own the house here on 123 Main Street. And you just want to reconfirm, right? And a lot of times they will reconfirm and just say, yeah, no, that's not my address. It's like, okay, God, I'm so sorry about that. Right. But now 100% this is the wrong person. Or what happens is like, yeah, that's my address, but I'm not interested in selling. I'm like, okay, got it. Well, that's so weird because somebody filled out a form with this address. I don't know. Could it be a family member or someone else? Right. Because sometimes, again, like he said, someone could have filled it out and then they start kind of second guessing like, do I want to sell it right now? Right. And you just kind of want to understand, is this just wrong information and I need to get this kind of lead out of my system, out of my CRM? Or is it no, this is a lead. They just might be a little cold right now, and we want to keep them in our system and keep following up. And then also confirm that we have the right person and the right information.
That's right. I love doing these calls with Lane. I love doing them with Nathan. If you guys enjoy these, do us a favor, like these videos wherever you're watching, because it tells the algorithm, hey, these guys, like we appreciate, I'm learning. It means a lot to us. Like it and then subscribe. I know you're watching it. Lane's got a YouTube channel. I got a YouTube channel. Nathan's got a YouTube channel. If you guys want to support us, great. We're going to keep doing this because this is what we love to do. You guys have anything you want to say before we dip?
Lane crushing on the phone as always. Guys, a lot of good stuff to take away from today. And we'll see you all next week.
Let's go. Later, everybody.
Hey everybody, what's up? It's Nathan Payne, and for the first time ever, we just released this insane training bundle that has literally everything that I've learned from doing a combined 4,000 deals in real estate, all from starting with absolutely no previous business background experience or any real estate experience. Plus, there's over $19,000 worth of free gifts that we're throwing in, all for an insanely low price. If you want to get your hands on this, be sure to click the first link on the description below right now.